encouraged to do more of the work. And so then I said, I wonder if this could be a program. I wonder if I can share this knowledge, because I have about 20 years of tools that I've been putting into my toolkit that I love sharing with people, and those who know me know that. And I said, I wonder if this could actually be a program. So I actually recruited 3 of my close friends to say, I have this idea, I would like to run it through you, to see if it was just me. Like, is it just something that was for me, or is it something that could impact others? And while doing that, I realized, very quickly, like probably within 3 or 4 weeks, that I can create a program out of this, which became the program that you're in, which sadly we're coming to an end next week. But the good news is we start program 2 next month. And yeah, so what I did was every week there's a theme for you to practice if it resonates with you. So how this program works is you are responsible for your own well-being and to listen to yourself. So it's really paying attention to the things that resonate with you. That's really the key. So there's no accountability to me at all. There's only accountability to yourself. So it's really trying to figure out why you're not doing the things that you think that you want to do. And that's really key too, because you just think you want them. Sometimes you actually are going to find out you don't want to do them. And during this process, I've started program 2 and I'm working on program 3. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell of how the program got created. And I'm super excited to do another unofficial one, because my website and all the stuff just with the times isn't ready yet the way I wanted it to be to make it official. But I thought, I don't want to hold back and not let other women take advantage of this program during this time, because it's almost like it's a perfect time to be doing this work. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do another unofficial program. Yeah. So that's that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, while many of us are at home, not all of us, many of us are, having much more time at home, and being able to dive into anything that's personal, professional development, anything that you just have that like community of support, I find is so important right now. And we started, when was it? Was it the end of January that our 12-week started? So to go through just all the changes that were happening, and then school being announced closed, and then just all the things with coronavirus and all the things, right? It was, and I think all of us that are in the program right now, and some of you may be tuning in that are in that program as well, just that same feeling of having that container of like something familiar and supportive and community each week. So at least it was, even though we things were changing on the daily with what was going on and how we're maneuvering through our new lives and lives at home, it was so nice to have that like continual, like cozy container of just being like feeling that support. And I know you say you don't, it's not an accountability thing, but internally there was that accountability, and yeah, just, which is amazing. And yeah, definitely some of the things that we just put off, that sometimes just being able to voice it out loud. There's the thing I need to do that I haven't been doing. Sometimes just saying it out loud, gives it that voice of, okay, wait a second, why have I really been putting it off? Maybe it is only going to take me 15 minutes, and it's going to, as you said, clear up so much space energetically for whatever, like something else better that we can be doing with our time. And yeah.
And one of the things that I was
going to say, so I can attest to that for sure.
One of the things that I've used in reference to when talking on these calls is I got this visual one day of when you do a defragmentation on your computer, how you look at that pie and it's all like different colors everywhere, and then when you defragment it, it pushes all the colors back in, and then you see how much space you have left. And that's how I feel this program happens. Like you get rid of the stuff that you no longer need, because it's also asking you, like, do you want to delete anything. And through the process of the program, I find that there's stuff that we delete, you know, there's things that we hold on to that maybe are not our beliefs. You know, we end up realizing that maybe it was passed on from our mothers or a sibling or a grandmother or a teacher, or, and it's just recognizing what your program is and who's running that program and learning how to reprogram it if necessary, right? I feel that there's a, you know, you can go as deep as you want. You can make it, you know, if you're not comfortable going too deep and taking on big challenges, I say start small, do little ones, things that are super achievable, you know, like you said, take only 10 or 15 minutes, and then work your way up to the big things. Or some people want to do, you know, do all the big things. And that's why this program, I think, is so fascinating, is that it's completely individualized. Like, it's not a cookie cutter, you know, program for everybody. Yes, there's a theme every week. And the other thing that I found that's really fascinating is sometimes some of the themes will come up later for some people, like they don't resonate with it the week of, but you know, 2 or 3 weeks later, they kind of go, oh yeah, I remember that theme from a few weeks ago. And then they start, you know, it all starts intertwining, it all starts making sense. And there's a method to my madness, because I've done it. I've personally done it. And I've already gone through the cycle once. And now, like with you ladies, you know, our last class is Wednesday. So we've completed another program. So, and even in that short amount of time, in 12 weeks, the difference in the group, and like you said, the bonding and the sharing, which I think is super special also, because it is a completely safe space to have a say. So you speak with no interruption. So you are allowed to say everything that you need to say, which is really important. We don't always get an opportunity to do that. And yeah, and I think that the trust level, you know, knowing that nobody's going to be talking about anything outside the group is really super special as well. And, you know, the vulnerability and the shares and, you know, it's such a beautiful thing. It really is, you know, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's been really, really amazing. And as I said, just having that, you know, that feeling of support and people going through similar things. And definitely, you know, as you said, there's a theme each week, but as I look through my notebook and look back on certain things, yeah, different things, you know, we can read things one week and then read it again another week, and it just hits you a different way, that exact message that you're supposed to, you know, or if you're working on a certain project and you're, you know, trying to stay on track, just sometimes you read back through certain things and it's just, yes, exactly, like that's exactly what I was meant to hear right now, you know, and which is so needed. And one thing I remember being through the course, and maybe it was probably after when you were talking, 'cause sometimes you'll talk about chakras. And I remember thinking to myself, this is also because it is an intimate thing and you do get that chance to share on the calls, it is actually something that's really good if you're someone that needs to open up your throat chakra, because it does, as you said, you are giving yourself this safe space to get things out, speak your truth. If you need to, you know, shoot at an idea because it's something business related, or if it's, you know, things with family or whatever it is, just yes, you have that opportunity. Whereas maybe with some self-study courses, you're just, you know, taking on yourself to read material and that's that, right? So if you are, if that's where you are right now on your journey and you're, you know, that's something that you want to be able to have that safe container of people that you can share with and learn from and all that. It's just a great avenue to have. So thank you for all of the just all of the themes each week. As you said, it always was just exactly what I needed to hear. Then adding that other element of knowing we had this community of supportive, like-minded women was just, yeah, you can't beat that, right? That kind of thing is priceless in my mind. So thank you again, because great relationships and connections that I've made with the ladies in that group. And so it's nice. You're such a connector. Like, you're so good at bringing people together, whether it's in-person events or online now in our more of our online world. So that's been amazing. Oh, I just want to go in here, check if there's anything I need to see. For this next one, for your next program that's starting, when is the deadline to register?
So the next program, so again, it's 12 weeks, and it starts on May 13th. It ends July 29th, and the cutoff date is the 30th, because I have to get my boxes together. So there's stuff you do get a little kit.
Some goodies.
Some goodies, yes. And just in case there are some people who are not in Ottawa, because I will gladly deliver them. But in case they're Quebec or outside of Ontario, well, you know, further than, let's say, 2 hours or maybe even an hour, I don't think I would drive, but, you know, pop it in the mail. I want to make sure everybody has their package before we start. So I asked for that the 30th. And I'm also, because of the times, I'm also willing to work with the payment plan, because I know that some people, you know, don't necessarily have the money up front to invest in themselves right now. So I want to offer a payment plan. So as long as it starts on the 30th and it ends on the 29th, whatever works for your budget, I want to extend that offer. And
how would people get in touch with you? Like email or Facebook message?
Yeah,
if they
the easiest way is always Messenger for me. So just Christina Hearns on Messenger, or through Namaste My Friends, which is my Facebook page. Also, Christina Hearns is my Facebook page. If you are more comfortable with emails, you can do, it's NMF, so for Namaste My Friends, nmfyoga@gmail.com. And what I'll do is I can send you the intro to see if you're interested. And then if you're interested, I can send you the outline, because I don't want to send you too much information. You'll know by the intro if it resonates or not.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I do want to say that, you know, this is the type of program that the more you put in, the more you get out. And it's like you have to be willing to take the initiative to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like having that accountability to make the changes that you want to do, because it is completely feasible and doable if you do the work. It really is. And like I said, there's no accountability to me. So you're not going to be letting me down, because I know I've been through the journey. And that's what I want to share with you is, you know, like even I think from class one, or, you know, day one, I say, ladies, this is what's going to be happening. There's no avoiding it. And, you know, with some, I think we're like, maybe, I don't think so. Your life can completely change, or start to change within 12 weeks. Absolutely. If you really start focusing on those things that you really, really want, this program will help you get there, at least start the process, right? So do you feel the same, Lisa?
Yeah, it will definitely help you get laser focused. And there's something a little bit magical about a list and doing the list that way, in that I can think back to a certain what's the word, scenario during this time. Okay, so I had it on my list that I wanted to get a gratitude and goals mini like a free training with a video and a little PDF, and get that up on my website. And I talked to you guys about it, and I had it on my list, and these are things I was going to do. And then the one day I recorded this whole class, and it was great. It was awesome. You know, when you're just like, bam, 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 you get out your thoughts, you're okay. Recorded this whole 20-minute gratitude class, or whatever, let's call it. And then for some reason, my iPhone mysteriously hijacked, and I ended up having to go to Apple Store, and everything got erased. And for some reason, because the video was so long, it didn't actually get over to the cloud in time. So anyways, so needless to say, that whole work was wiped out. Back to it just being on the list, and something about that inner accountability that I wanted to be able to say to you guys, you know what, I had this problem. I had to refilm it, but you know what, ladies, I did refilm it and I got it done, even though there was this big roadblock, because there's something magical about when you have cheerleaders behind you, like when you have people that are rooting for you, that you know some of the goals they're working on, they know some of the goals you're working on. There's a different energy around like rooting for you, like people rooting for you, right? Like it's completely different. And so yeah, just magical little things like that, that just knowing there is that internal, I have these people like rooting for me in a good way, and I'm going to make this figure outable even if it seems difficult, because I could have just been like, oh, forget it, that didn't work out, the universe is against me, I'm not meant to do this work, let's just do something else or whatever, right? But there's something about this, you are the 5 people you hang around. If you have people around you that are really wanting to see you succeed and, you know, are cheering for you, it's night and day different for like what where we can just like unleash that potential, I think.
And it's so interesting, Lisa, that you mentioned the 5 people, because that's actually one of the themes in program 2. So what happens is with each program, you go deeper and deeper. So there's more, when I say challenging, I don't like to necessarily use that word, but it's going to challenge like who you are in your belief system, right? So that's the purpose of the work, because we want to, like for me anyway, I wanted to figure out why I wasn't doing these things that I thought I wanted to do. Like, why wouldn't I do them? So whether it's like, even for like the taxes, I don't like knowing that it's just sitting there. So why am I not doing it? Like, so the logic part and the action part were not aligning. And like you said, you know, so when I had this group that, you know, there's not accountability, but there's the support. There's
Oh,
the
and you're going to walk your own talk, right? If you're
right.
saying, let's do this list,
Yeah.
ladies.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But it's like, so you, like you were saying about the group though, it's like what I love is the encouragement, the support. But I think one of the most one of the most rewarding things that I see is there's no competition. Nobody's trying to bring anybody down. It is legit. I want you to succeed. And if I can help you in any way, then I'm going to share my experience with you so that maybe that will help you along your journey. So there's that, like, it's just such a safe, loving, like you said, cozy container, I believe you said, which I think is so cute. But that is what it's like, you know, there's no stress about worrying about whether you're going to be liked or not, or if they're going to be judging you. And that's the other thing. There is zero judgment, zero. If anything, it's like there's more compassion, because the more honest and vulnerable we are with each other when we're going through these challenging times, you're not going to feel alone. And again, it's the support of, you know, like when we do our little, you know, just sending the hearts, you know, when we can't talk, and allowing the person to be heard, which I think is also just really special. You know, it's such a special gift, I think, for that group. So, yeah.
And sometimes you don't even realize how much you maybe need it. You know, we get into, as you kind of said at the beginning, like telling ourselves these same old stories and same old patterns, right? And whether we have certain roles of like certain hats that we wear, right? And sometimes, yeah, sometimes we don't even realize some of the things we need as women to just keep that supportive cheerleading space where we can be ourselves and yeah, all that stuff.
And that's also why the groups are small, because to allow, you know, like I wouldn't want 100 women, like that's a whole other program and who knows where this is going to go. But I feel that, you know, 8 is the maximum in the group, because that gives everybody time to talk. And or else it would be, you know, a 6-hour a 6-hour call by the time we gave everybody a chance to talk. But yeah, I think that, you know, I really do strongly believe in this program, and I just am so excited to keep it going, because I'm seeing the results. So not just to myself, because of course there's always big girl pants stuff to do. Always, it's like, oh, I gotta do that thing I don't want to do. And you go, gotta put my big girl pants on, get it done. And again, because the more you do it and the more rewarding it feels, it gives you that push that you didn't have before. Because again, you were in that waiting space, right? That comfortable, but still awkward. It's not necessarily a safe space because you're not getting the results that you want, So clearing out all that stuff that's taking up that precious time and energy and focusing more on the things that you do want to do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes, yeah, we do need to be able to take an honest look at what are some of the behaviors and habits and thoughts and conversations and everything that we have that just are no longer serving us, that are keeping us stuck in that same small behaviors. And then, how can we get out of that? And at the same time, I find, again, having that list allowed me to remember that I was trying to stay laser focused on, whether it's certain business goals or tasks that I want to get done or certain family things. Even maybe it was something as simple as, cooking more big meals. Thank you, Karo. Noticed we're all, but whatever it is, it's just, it's that I have this list. I have to pull up my big girl pants. And I remember one week you saying, sure, there's things we like to do and fun things and this and that, but sometimes you have to kind of like sit your own self down and be like, okay, little child, right now we don't have time for those activities, behaviors, and thoughts. We need to do X, Y, or Z, right? And I always like one of my other mentors, Danelle Delgado, she always says, discipline equals freedom.
Oh, absolutely.
And same thing, same thing with your list. We can have these things on the list that are sometimes keeping some of us up at night. And it's like, where do we pull up those big girl pants and realize if I just did X, Y, and Z, I could free up that energy that, why am I wasting my time doing this when I could have so much more freedom on the other side of getting that task done? So, but yeah, sometimes we just, we get set in our ways, we get doing the same old thing, and just having other perspectives and other, with your themes and things to just kind of come together and focus on each week. It was, as I said before, just such a good anchor into, okay, what can I focus on to stay productive and positive, especially in this time with the chaos.
And I think it's interesting that you mentioned that, because I was going to say that as well, because I do some online workshops still, and obviously I'm not doing my stuff in person anymore, so I've had to figure out how to do stuff online. And I do a few workshops online, but this is really where I'm going to be spending my focus, because I really do see the need for it, but also the results. So like I said, I stand behind this program for sure. But a lot of people have said to me, like, how do you stay so positive during this time? And how do you, like, you still seem to be the same person? And well, because I've done the work. And what I say to people is, like, what if this became our new norm? I don't know. I have no idea. But if this is the new norm, how can we start making decisions to be creating the life that we're okay with, that we can still thrive? So whether that's artistic or whether it's family values, like you were talking about, now you can cook for your family. And I know one of the other girls in the group was like, I hate cooking, and now I find myself making bread, and I'm making this and I'm making that, and I'm loving it and spending more time in nature.
Around at the table, we were all being, just being able to share that with, other people that are going through delicate times, and just being able to say, wow, like, how amazing is this, that to be able to look on the bright side of the things that are going on.
Right.
That alone was, because you're maybe not calling up just anyone on your friend and being like, I'm so excited we did it, right? Because they might just be like, weren't you always, or whatever, right? There's a certain energy about that whole people just rooting for you and coming together to knowing that they're trying to better themselves, right? There's a different energy in how we show up.
Absolutely. And I also think that, I mean, as much as I would, if you're feeling called to do the program, amazing. And if not, there's so much stuff online right now that, you don't have to be alone, and you don't have to, be, I don't want to say not be discouraged, but there's things out there that can help you through this stuff, uh, again, the community aspect of things. So maybe you don't like things, like 6 people or 8 people. Maybe you prefer to have something that's got 1,000 people, the Deepak meditations and the Hay House stuff that's going on. Like, these are thousands and thousands of people that are partaking, and maybe that's more your thing. But if this kind of small group is calling for you, like, again, like, I can't, it's not me. This is all, this information is coming through me. I'm just showing up. I'm just doing what I'm called to do. And, it's not going to be for everybody, and that's okay. I don't take that personally. And it's, timing is everything. And, your headspace is also very important. You want to make sure that you're in the right headspace to do this work, because it's work. I always say it's simple, but it's not easy. And there's no other way I can describe it. So,
well, and as you said it well, you said really you're going to get out of it what you put into it, and everyone's different with what they're going through right now and where their energy is. And Jana's on watching, and
hi,
she's
Jana.
hello, so I had to pass that on. But yeah, exactly as with anything, right? You're going to get out of it what you put into it. But yeah, I'm so excited that I joined. And for myself, since my head stuff back a long time ago, and just with all the stuff with the book that I was involved in, we've always done stuff online. And I just find setting out that time for personal development is so key to, like, so just key to mental health and sanity saving. And for me, it's just always been finding ways to stay productive and positive, and that can change depending on what season we're in and what's going on. But I always, learning online has always been my thing. And it's so nice to have been a part of this program, and I've gotten so much out of it, and just been so nice to meet some of the other ladies in the program. And so that's why I really wanted to share it with my group here with the In Balance Pilates community. And as we said, we'll drop in the comments there your ways to get in touch with you. And you had said the registration deadline is April 30th.
April 30th, yeah.
And then the actual start date is the week of?
It's May 13th.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have 2 time slots.
And it's 12 weeks?
It's 12 weeks, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, when and if this, we go back to normal times, I will be doing it at night again. I just feel that one of the feedback information I was getting was people are looking for things to do during the day, because that's usually when they would be at work. So they can do this work while they're awake, alert, being productive. And I also just want to make one more comment, though, is that, as much as this is a very empowering, uplifting, supportive group, that just so you know that there's also moments of extreme vulnerability and truth and authenticity, which is, again, such a beautiful thing about this group, because it's not like, oh, I have to be in a good mood today. Oh, I have to talk a lot today. Oh, I have to smile today. You don't. It's showing up where you are. That's it. That's the only mandate. It's just showing up. So, like I said, if there's any questions that I can answer for you, please message me. I have, a lot of passion behind this program. So I'm here if you need me.
I have one comment here, so I'll read that to you. It's Jana, and she says, the Big Girl Pants program is amazing. I'm loving it, and it's definitely helped me stay focused and motivated.
Awesome. Thank you, Jana.
So well, it's been so nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Lisa.
sharing about your program, because I've really enjoyed it. And as I said, I wanted to share with everyone here. And I think that you will know in your body if it's something that you want to jump into and join in on. You'll know just by seeing Christina's energy, and feel free to message her if you have any questions, and we'll put anything in the comments here for just ways to get in touch with you. But yeah, I've been so thankful to take it, and so thankful for your friendship, and especially with all the online things we've been able to do during this time. It's been really nice to stay in touch with friends, and so thankful for technology.
No kidding,
Be
right?
able, right, to be able to do all of our, whether it's a workshop or getting together socially, right? It's so important to stay connected and reach out, and just be mindful. Take that time to check in with yourself and see how you're doing. And if it's a time that you need to reach out and socialize, have your friends that you're able to go to and reach out to and get that support. It's so important right now. Make sure you're getting your movement in, your exercise, you're taking that time to do your deep breathing and mindfulness and meditation and journaling. I believe you have a journaling workshop coming up.
I do have a journaling 101 workshop is on May 4th, and then the deep dive journaling is on May 11th.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. And I have my breathing exercises mini course on my website, and then my Healthy Brain and Optimal Posture online course as well. So it's fun to have other things to offer and ways to still reach out to our communities and things like that, right? Especially just with the changes, it's nice to keep busy and keep focused on any way we can stay positive, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then there's one other thing here. Jana says, great chat, ladies. I'm so excited and beyond grateful to be a part of this program. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Jana.
It's great to see her.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so very much.
Thank you, Lisa.
We'll have to do this again. Maybe we can you can lead a guided meditation or something sometime.
Ooh,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, take care. Have a great week. Hope you had a great start to your week. And let us know if you have any questions. Let us know if you're caught the replay. And yeah, have a lovely day.
Thank you.
So I think what I will do is just end this, and it should end my streaming. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Bye.